What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Oe, and today I'm going to be reviewing Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead exclusively on Netflix. Zack Snyder returns to the genre that jump-started his career, that is the zombie apocalyptic genre, which stars Dave Bautista as Scott Ward as he leads a group of badasses and misfits into a zombie-infested Las Vegas to pull off the ultimate heist. That's pretty much all you need to know of the movie. I am going to have some major spoilers in this review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, I would suggest not watching this review, but I'm going to give you my thoughts and my review on this movie, which overall, I'm sadly to say I was disappointed at the end of the movie. My disappointment came towards the end, but I gotta say I did have a good time for the movie. I mean, it's a typical zombie apocalyptic movie. It opens up with a bang. I love the intro to this movie. Zack Snyder, he's pretty consistent in having great openings to all of his movies. Similar to Dawn of the Dead 2004, which he directed as well. That movie's opening was fantastic. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. This movie falls into that same trope, to where I felt like the beginning set a high bar, and then it was all downhill from there. It was a high hill to go down, don't get me wrong. Most of the characters in this movie you've seen before. You got the badass female. In this case, you have badass females. There's a lot of cool female characters in this movie. The most badass was Chambers, who we barely get to know her character. She also plays an Amazonian in Wonder Woman. She also plays a Kryptonian in Man of Steel. So she's worked with Zack Snyder multiple times, and this character was the highlight of the movie. We don't know much about her, but she has the best action scene, and R.I.P. to that character. She gave it her all. She gave it her all, let's put it that way. And then you also have his right-hand man in Vander Rohe. He was pretty cool, but my favorite character was probably Dieter, the safe-cracking specialist who plays an essential role. He was most enjoyable. He wasn't a badass, he was kind of a nerd, but he had the most originality in terms of character development. So I liked his character the most. And we also had like the typical corporate military bad guy who you just knew was going to end up screwing people in the end. And Bautista. You had Dave Bautista as Scott Ward, which I thought he did a good job. I thought he has what it takes to be a leading man. He has the charisma, he has the gravitas. I think he's slowly creeping up there with action stars like The Rock, Jason Statham, Vin Diesel. So I felt like he did a solid job and he has what it takes to lead a movie. And from all his interviews, it looks like his time with the MCU might be coming to a close. So he might be becoming a free agent in the comic book world out there. So DC, pick this guy up. Please make him Bane or Lobo, somebody cool. But yeah, Dave Bautista did a good job leading this film. Now, most of the characters held their own. They had enough personality for me to, not want to see them die. But other than that, we really didn't get any backstory to a lot of them. Most of the backstory came in terms of a montage in the beginning of the movie, which the beginning of the movie, let me just say, that's the movie I would have rather seen. I love a zombie movie, I love a good zombie movie, but I want to see like the chaos unfold. I love seeing the beginning. And in the beginning of this movie, you get a montage of Bautista and his group coming together, fighting off zombie hordes with like a song playing in the background. Some real cool imagery with Las Vegas just getting taken over by zombies. That's the movie I would have rather seen than this heist movie we were given. I would have rather seen Bautista and his team come together as a group of badasses, see their camaraderie, and see them exit the city of Las Vegas before it gets overrun by the zombie horde, which was pretty surprising in my opinion. I knew the zombies were going to be a little different, but yeah, the zombies in this movie were pretty smart. You had a leader, you had his right-hand girl who was having a zombie baby, so these zombies were fornicating, they were getting it on, so I found that interesting. You also had zombie animals in here. They were pretty mysterious on how the zombies were able to form such intelligent minds, and I didn't mind that. I didn't need that explained. But I did like the zombies in this movie. I wish we would have seen more of the interactions between the lead zombie and his army of the dead, which we kind of did. But yeah, they were a pretty cool part of the film. Now, it takes a long time for the movie to get started. I mean, we go through like 45 minutes of meeting all these characters until we actually get to Las Vegas. So it's a long freaking movie. I felt like we could have condensed this movie. We could have cut away like 20 minutes of it. It's a long movie. And the end action scene with the daughter that's introduced, Scott Ward's daughter, once her character was introduced in the beginning of the movie, I knew what we were in store for the rest of the film. I knew what plot point the film was going to take, and unfortunately it did take that story route with the daughter, how she kind of breaks off from the group, tries to save another group of people, which that whole part of the movie pissed me off so bad, because I think as the audience member, I saw the storyline coming a mile away. I knew Dave Bautista's character was going to end up dying because we got the flashback with his daughter and his wife. So I was like, all right, I know where this is going. Dave Bautista's going to end up sacrificing himself for his daughter. I mean, the whole movie, he's talking to his daughter about starting up a food truck with the money they're going to get. And, what should he, what kind of food should they make? Should it be lobster rolls? Should it be burgers? Should it be grilled cheese sandwiches? So I knew by the end of the movie, before he dies, he's gonna be like, oh, it should have been this. That's what I'm gonna cook, and I'm dead. So I knew, I even knew the dialogue that was gonna happen with his daughter. So I felt like they should have just focused on the main plot, which is the heist of the movie, not the side story with the daughter and the father-daughter bond connection, rekindling that flame. Maybe it had something to do with Zack Snyder's real life situation with his daughter, who unfortunately passed, that he wanted to have a strong father-daughter storyline, but I wish we would have focused on the main plot line, which was the heist, which towards the end of the movie, when things go down south, I mean, we start losing characters left and right. They start dropping like flies. So I felt like the last action scene was a little rushed, because once shit hits the fan, it hits the goddamn fan and everyone starts dying. So I felt like we should have had some more characters stick around until the end. That last action scene with the daughter, it kind of took me out of it. Granted, there were some really cool visuals with zombies and the helicopters and Valentine, the zombie tiger. I mean, you had the Paul Reiser character, the military corporate douchebag, get eaten by Valentine. That was pretty violent and gory, so that was cool. But yeah, other than that, I don't think anything in this movie really stood out for me. It was pretty forgettable. I don't think they utilized the backdrop of Las Vegas as much as they should have. For the most part, Las Vegas was all beaten down, post-apocalyptic. You had dirt and sand everywhere. So yeah, they could have used more of Las Vegas. I mean, I felt like Las Vegas should have been more of a character and a better set piece for the movie, but it was kind of just typical background zombie apocalyptic land. So I thought they could have done better with that aspect of the movie. Yeah, this movie, I was hoping it was going to be more. I was hoping it was going to be like another Train to Busan, a zombie movie that just shakes up the genre and makes it better, but it was just really mediocre and really forgettable. So I'm going to have to give Army of the Dead a 7.2. So that's my review of Army of the Dead. Let me know what you all thought of the movie. Post your thoughts and your comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see me again, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well and ring that bell. And I will see you all next time. See ya!